Hello everybody, it's Tami here at Creative Girl Vintage, and for the last couple of weeks I have just been out and about with flea markets, garage sales, and we went to an antique show, and I've picked up some new little vintage bits and bobs, and I also have some new crafting materials too that I'd like to share with you that I'm going to implement into these projects. So what I'm going to do today, I have 3 simple little holiday projects that I am going to use all these little found items that I have, and I think you're going to enjoy it. And so let's get started with the first project. Okay, this is an easy peasy little project. I found these 2 little spice tins for $1 each. So nice. They're heavy. I think the contents are still in there. But what I loved about them was on the side, I loved the writing and the direction that it went. So I just stacked them on top of each other, and I have a piece of velvet, orange velvet ribbon here that I got on Etsy years ago, and whenever fall rolls around, I just use it really sparingly because I just try to savor it. It's so beautiful. So I'm just going to take that and just tie it around these 2 tins. And, you know, I know you guys have probably seen all of the spice tins out there with the vintage assemblages on top. You may have made some. I've made them. They're super cute to do. But this was just kind of a little different twist. So tied together. Okay. So I have a couple little bunches of dried flowers. And I'm just going to tuck them in like so. Just kind of right by that bow. And here's a cutie pie. This is a little flea market find. I don't know if it's a squirrel or a chipmunk, but he's adorable either way. I'm not going to use any glue on this project, and I'm just going to pop him up here, and there is my darling little decoration. Now, when Thanksgiving rolls around, I have I have a vintage turkey collection. I bring a lot of things out to decorate with. So this is one of my vintage turkeys. I'll just pop my little chipmunk off and set my turkey on top because I think these spices are beautiful as well for Thanksgiving. So let me show you real quick how cute this looks in my kitchen. Those little spice tins really turned out cute, didn't they? So this is my next little thing, and this is so simple. This is just a little old glass jar, but what I love about it is that it has its original lid, and that's kind of hard to find, is a nice little original lid on an old jar. So this is a real easy little project. I'm just going to start with a little bit of glitter, put it down in the bottom, and this tree that I have, it's a little different than normal. It doesn't come straight down. It has like a bunch of little bumpy little edges to it. But when I tucked it down in there, and here I have some pearls and some more glitter, I liked the way that the pearls just kind of laid on top of that tree. So I thought that was really kind of cute. Let me just put the rest of them in there. Isn't that cute? Looks so pretty down in there. I'm going to put the lid back on. And I'll put the link to this below for you, this really beautiful ribbon that I found. This is a chiffon silk ribbon, and look at how flowy and beautiful it is, and it's frayed on the edges. This color is champagne, and it comes in, there's 7 yards, and it comes in like 20 different colors. What I did here was I got out my rubber stamps and did a little stamping on this, which it turned out so pretty. Isn't that pretty? I did like a Christmas sparkle and some little holly leaves. So I've got some of my rubber stamps here, and we'll take out a little bit of this ribbon. These are all of my stamps that I bought with my binge buying during the pandemic. I'm so glad I did, though. I use them like crazy. Okay, Winter Wonderland. Yeah, how about Winter Wonderland? Winter Wonderland. Sounds nice. Let's pull it out. Yeah, that. that impulse buying. I was just going crazy with the rubber stamps. All right. Winter Wonderland, all attached. Thought a little blue would be nice for that. Just ink up our stamp and down and pull up. Isn't that pretty? And this would be so pretty with some snowflakes, or, you know, the sky's the limit, really, with the rubber stamps and this ribbon. So you can create a lot of beautiful things there. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to link this below for you. That it's really fun. And so now I'm just going to take this really pretty stamped ribbon and just tie it around the top of this jar. Nothing fancy. Okay, I'm just going to put it in a bow. And of course, you can sit and fuss with your bow and make it all pretty and perfect. You guys know how to do that. But isn't that pretty? It just, the way that ribbon just flows on there, and it looks so pretty with the rubber stamping on it too. And then I would probably finish this off with, for the top, here's like an old button and maybe another pearl on top for like a little lid, or maybe even like a little jingle bell. Just glue that on top. And how cute. Don't you think that would make just the sweetest little gift, or just a cute little decoration using all these little things that you find at the flea market? Okay, last but not least, we've got this sweet little angel who somewhere down the road, she lost her wings. So we're going to have to give her some new ones for sure. And the first thing we're going to do with her, though, is I wanted to show you guys this. This is a yarn that I just found at Joann's. I don't crochet or knit, but if I did, oh, I'd be making something out of this. But look at this fur trim. Isn't this the greatest little trim? So you know what we're going to do? I'm just going to grab my hot glue gun here, and we are going to add this trim around the bottom of her dress. How pretty is that? Okay, just go all the way around here. Yeah, I love finding these little pieces that lost their wings or lost an arm or whatever, and making them beautiful again. I'm just going to kind of measure this a little bit here, and get that out of the way. Okay, finish this off right here. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, so now for her wings, we are going to use some stiffened lace, and as you can see, here's what we're going for right here. Isn't that adorable? Okay, those are going to be her little wings. And so now, if you guys, do you remember this from the 80s? Now, we just took ribbon and we stiffened it and covered baskets with it and had these ginormous bows of stiffiness all over those baskets. So sometimes I like to go back old school, bring back some of the old stuff, maybe just kind of give it some new life. And that's what I did here with this piece of lace that I stiffened. And I'm going to show you how I did this and aged it up a little and gave it this really pretty look for our angel wings. All right, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lay down a piece of wax paper to protect our work surface here. I have just a small piece of lace, just because we're doing a demonstration instead of getting like a big giant piece out. Always shake your product. I'm going to put a little bit in this bowl. And now is the moment of truth where you got to go all in with this, guys. You got to forget about manicures. You got to forget about it all and stick your hands in this stuff and just get this completely drenched. Squeeze it out. Okay, as much of that excess as you can, but make sure you're completely wet. And just lay this down on your paper. okay? Just had a little wipe here because I don't have time to go up and wash my hands, so we'll just do a temporary wipe here. Now, the next thing I did, this is just a spray bottle with coffee, water, and a couple drops of rubbing alcohol that'll keep your coffee from getting moldy. And I'm just going to spray my lace with this coffee. Look at that already. Isn't that pretty? Okay, you can go as crazy as you want with that, as much or as little. This is just a little bit of a clear glitter. And I'm just going to put a teeny tiny bit on there, not a lot. Just kind of press it in onto that stiffener. And I thought I could just grab my heat gun and hit this, you know, for a little while, and all of a sudden, you know, it would be dry and ready to craft with. But no, that didn't work. So you need like at least 6 hours. Sometimes I'll just make this and set it aside and have it ready for the next day. And overnight, it's just beautiful and stiff and ready to work with whatever you want to do with it. So that was pretty easy, right? Messy, but easy. I'm going to go wash my hands and we'll start back up. I wanted to show you guys this too. This is just a piece of fabric that I used the stiffener on. And I mean, look at this. It like cuts like paper. I could really see using this for some of our junk journal projects. I mean, that's really pretty. Okay, so what I did here, this is a angel wing pattern that on Pinterest, there's a lot of, it says, you know, free angel wing patterns, and you can just print it off, printed it on a piece of cardstock and cut it out. And I laid it on my lace. You can pin it on or trace around it. I just was really careful and just used my fingers just to kind of hold it down. And I just went around it and just cut it out. So once your lace is all hard and dry, can get some really pretty wings. Okay, let's bring our little girl back out here, and we can just glue her wings right on to where they were broken off. Yes, my little dear, we are going to make you whole again with these pretty lace wings. Okay, just let that dry for a sec. Okay. She is really a sweetheart. Now, I also have, look at this beautiful trim. Now, I got this from Etsy shop, Sharon's Craft and Sew. I put a link to her shop below. This is so pretty, you guys. And she sells this in all sorts of lengths, whatever you need. And I usually like to go in here and cut a flower or two off. They're like little sets of 3. And this would be really pretty on her wings. Let's just take a little bit of hot glue. Maybe pop one right there. And one on the other side. Oh, she really is a sweetheart. Really sweet. Okay, so an angel needs her little halo. How about just a little gold pipe cleaner? And I chose gold because she had a pretty gold bell here. So I'm just going to fold that in a little circle. Maybe fold it around itself. Okay. And right at the top of her head there, I'm just going to put a little dot of glue just to hold that on right there. And there, a little broken angel with little broken wings. She really looks pretty, doesn't she? I hope you guys enjoyed these projects as much as I enjoyed sharing them with you. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and just being amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. So happy crafting, my friends, and I will see you for our next creative project.